The Hornets hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road.
And when these two teams meet, it doesn't matter what the standings look like. They are out for blood in this one.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it.
The floater. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's Charlotte now. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has, becoming an elite competitor people fear almost instantly.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Peterson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Out to Miller. There's the triple. And another. Three for New Orleans.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Pass to Kessler. To the paint. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Peterson. The Pelicans make their last shot. Pass to Miller. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's New Orleans. It's been 10 unanswered points. Shakes him. Dives to the hoop. Jams it in off the great move.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Kessler wide open. He fires. Charlotte no good that time either. Pelicans leading by 10. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thanks, David. driving the lane, and the basket is good. He's got 9.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Hawkes. He draws iron on the dunk. Inside. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Hornets trail by 10.
Pelicans foul.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
First team foul.
Got a piece of it.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Hawkes with a wide open look. And again, the Hornets missing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Miller with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Banchero outside. This is his first free throw of the game.
Second team foul. At the line for your Hornets.
And the first one at the line is good.
What you like about Banchero, he's built to carry an offense in both temperament and talent.
Some changes for New Orleans. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Daniels. Up top, Gonzalez. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Banchero left side. Sinks the three-pointer. Banchero's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Charlotte.
And he's one of those guys that just keeps coming at you. Paolo Banchero is special.
And so it's New Orleans, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
The Pelicans, 16.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here's Sensabaugh. Offline with his 3. Hornets trail by 7. Here's Stokes. No good on the 3. Here's Gonzalez. Still yet to score. And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And so it's Charlotte with it. They trail by 9 points. In the corner, Stokes with it. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. Charlotte no good that time either.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Daniels from outside. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Pass to Andrews. From deep three-point land. Wilson grabs the board. Pelicans leading by 9. Now Daniels. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Hornets with the rebound. It's Dick on the wing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Hornets trail by 7. Here's Stokes. Pass to Andrews. Here's Stokes. One is stuffed right through.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot's good by Wilson.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Charlotte trailer. Here's Andrews. To the right side. And the basket by... Stokes. Stokes has got 5 points now this quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
It's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
.143 left now here in the second. Here's Andrews. And a miss there on the triple.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Gonzalez. Hits it from three-point range. And now it's an 11-point New Orleans lead.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Here's Muresan. A special move before the shot. Muresan's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Peterson. That one good for two. Peterson's got his second basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Mirasan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for New Orleans. Mirasan.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Hornets trail by 12. Jaquez outside. Driving to the basket. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, I appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Salon. No scoring in this one. And Kessler throws it down.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And he drives in.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
Very
for sure.
exclusive.
He can really rise up.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Hornets trail by 10. Jaquez outside.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Outside, Gonzalez. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mirasan. No good off the front iron. And it's the Hornets ball. 8-point game. Kessler. Peterson, that's good. Peterson's got 11 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Salon. Here's Peterson. Charlotte moving it around. Banchero, that's good.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. The drive by Mitchell. Miller outside. Right at the free throw line. Connects. The jumper drops. He's got 5.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Jaquez can't hit. New Orleans in the lead. Goes up on the wing. Miller, no up. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Pass to Peterson. Ben Carroll, left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ben Carroll's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's going to be a consistent scorer when he can get those shots to fall. Defense has to do a better job against Ben Carroll inside.
Another shot, and he lays it up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Back to Mitchell. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 3-point Pelican lead.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Peterson misses. Takes it in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Pass to Kessler. Here's Salon. Rebound by Sohan.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hawkins outside. Looking to end the run. Rebound by Williams.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
For the finish. Oh!
Goodness.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Tick with it. Hasn't made one yet. That shot, no good. Good D by Miller. New Orleans leading by 10. 26 seconds left to play in the third.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Hornets trail by 12. Here's Andrews. And the Hornets miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Personal foul. First team foul.
12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he bangs it home with one hand.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one misses.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He could go. And so it's New Orleans. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Pelicans leading by 13. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Andrews. Clock at 6. Pass to Dick. Top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Andrews. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've led by as many as 14 points. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Charlotte foul. Number 7. First personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your
Hornets on defense now. Here in the fourth quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Number 3.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Six on the shot clock. It's not going to go for him. Hornets trail by 8. It's picked off. Puts one up from 19. Got a hand on it.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Andrews to the middle. And stolen by Miller. Takes the 3. And again, New Orleans has no up.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans, leading by 5.
You got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
Pass to Andrews. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Just 5 on the clock. And he recovers it. And they get it back. It's tipped. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Dick. A second chance effort. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Bancaro inside. And finished off by Bancaro.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Bancaro getting a nice taste of it right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Out to the right wing. Mitchell trying to free himself.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Jaquez with the bucket.
No hesitation. Jaquez Jr. ready for his number to be called.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Williams. Outside Wilson. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. Jaquez with the rebound. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Big-time play there from Mitchell. Remember, he's been the go-to guy since his rookie year.
.32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Kessler. Here's Peterson. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Peterson. Money!
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From outside the arc, buries the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.